Well, welcome back to another video. My name's Adam, and we all love a good deal in the market. So that's why we're looking at Canopy Growth Corporation, which from its 52 weeks highs, it's down more than 50%. And it's down by 5% today, mainly on the news that Canopy Growth is acquiring Supreme or Fire, which is a ticker symbol stock. All right, so we're going to go over the details of this deal and what this means for Canopy Growth and whether or not you should buy on this dip. So first, just take a look at this chart. As we can see here, this was the 52-week high. It hit $70 on that day. And then since then, it's been on a steady downtrend to $35.75. And we'll come back and look at the technicals in a bit to see whether or not this stock is a buy right now. All right, and because of this, Supreme Cannabis Company is up by 49%, close to 50% to 40 cents Canadian. Okay, if you look at the 5-day chart, we can see it traded for 26 cents and all of a sudden, boom, up by 48%. So one guy actually in the Discord was talking about Supreme Cannabis in the penny stocks and it actually just shot up, okay? And he's like, I told you all to buy Fire. So definitely check out the link to the free Discord in the description below. All right, so congratulations to all Fire shareholders. So let's take a look at the deal. So again, we know that CGC, Canopy Growth, is acquiring Fire, and the company intends to do so with a mix of cash and stock that values the company at $435 million. So Canopy Growth's offer for Supreme Cannabis includes 0.0116 of a shares of Canopy stock and 1 cent in cash for each share of Fire stock. So this represents a premium of 66%, and we can just do a quick calculation. So this values the company at 435 million, whereas the company right now, its market cap, I mean, right now is 284 million, but before it must have been like, 50% lower, so $142 million. So quite a pretty attractive premium valuation, basically. So this represents a 66% premium, and the deal still needs approval from shareholders before it can close. But again, I think this is pretty unlikely, as this would make both stocks better and both companies better off in the long run. And so today's news has Fire stock abnormally high, and more than 67 million shares of the stock have changed hands. And the daily average volume is 12.6 million shares. Okay, so David Klein, which is the CEO of Canopy Growth, said, as we continue to expand our leading brand portfolio, we're excited to reach more consumers through Supreme's premium brands and high quality products. So as we know, Canopy Growth is trying to get into the US market. It is already dominant in the Canadian market, but of course is trying to expand its market share in the Canadian market. So what we're seeing here is Canopy Growth combining with Fire, because Supreme has premium products over Canopy Growth. So they're acquiring them in order to expand their brand collection and, of course, increase their market presence. Through Supreme's premium brands and high-quality products, further solidifying Canopy's market leadership. Supreme's deep commitment to superior genetics, top-tier cultivation, and strict quality control, paired with Canopy's leading consumer insights, advanced R&D. Canopy can also spend more on R&D because it is a much bigger company. If we look at the we're just going to go to their market cap. It's 13.6 billion versus Supreme's is, again, we saw like 284 million as of close today. Paired with Canopy's leading consumer insights, advanced R&D, and innovation capabilities, is expected to create a powerful combination that aligns with our strategic focus to generate growth with premium quality product across key categories. So let's take a look again more at this stock. So we know that it's a $13.6 billion market cap. Earnings per share were negative 6.43, which again is not very good. They're just losing money. However, if we look at the growth rate, which we'll see here, so for the current year in 2021, they're expected to generate 40% increase in sales over last year, and then next year they're expected to grow even more. They're expected to grow revenue by 43%. Okay, so I'm really liking this downward move of 5% in the stock price today, and I think it could be a pretty good buy. What is concerning is their latest quarter here for the fourth quarter of 2020. We can see they lost $2.43. I'm not sure exactly why that is. If you know, please let me know down below in the comments, which was a negative 94% earnings miss, basically. Okay, so again, let's take a look at some fundamentals here. So they have 1.6 billion in cash, which is what I like to see. But they have $769 million in debt. So they still have more cash than debt. So they're definitely still able to keep afloat. And with the current revenue growth, it's definitely something that I do enjoy seeing. And if we go to their investor presentation, so again, David Klein is the CEO. And again, let's just take a look at some of their brands. So their SKUs, so basically the amount of products they have on the market is definitely increased. And this is their latest Canadian product innovation. And you can pause and go over here. So they have beverages, even soft gels, gummies, Simple Stash, etc. And they're also driving US growth through these products here. So you can pause and go on, but I really like what they're doing here. And again, with this combination with Fire, I think this will help innovate them even more. They even have CBD for dogs, which is pretty cool. They have oils. So I really like what they're doing. And again, you can see here exactly what brand they're targeting. And of course, with legalization in the States, this should be an even bigger factor and an even better market opportunity for Canopy growth. Okay, we can see 40 to 50% compounded annual growth rate, and that's the 3-year target. Positive adjusted EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, etc. Increased cash flow. So again, I really like what they're doing. And if we go to page 20, we'll see exactly what their results are. So net revenue increase Q3 2021 was a 23% increase versus Q3 of 2020. Adjusted gross margin was a bit lower at 26% versus 31%. And again, we can look at the free cash flow actually increased by 62%. So again, I like their growth and I like how they're driving expansion and always trying to innovate. That's what I look for in a company. I still do think that this company may have a bit of a high valuation. But again, if we're looking at the technicals, it could be good for a swing play. It could be good for a long-term play, especially if they're growing revenue at such a massive rate, okay? So again, we can see that it was down by 5%, and since its high is down by about 50%, and still we see this downward trending channel. And again, that's of course what I like to see in a stock that I think is a good deal. Could it go lower? Of course it could. It's really tough to tell. I think I may wait a couple of days before getting into the stock to see if it could go to a lower level. I mean, we're looking at the relative strength index at 34. That is pretty low for a company. And generally when it's near 20, that's usually, it bounces off there. Okay, so we can see when the relative strength index was that low at around 32, 33, 34, we can see the nice consistent increase in the share price. Of course, I'm not saying that that's going to happen again, but of course, history is a pretty good teacher. So we can see that when the RSI was this low, the stock did tend to bounce back. Okay, and of course, this driver right here was very unsustainable, where the RSI reached like 90. Okay, and I mean, generally 80, if you're above 80, that means it's overbought. If you're below 30, it means it's oversold. So I am liking this attractive valuation here and technicals as a play. And of course, the MACD right now is at around negative 1, negative 2, I think here. So it could be a good play, and I like that they're having consistent growth, and it trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol WEED, pretty fancy name there. And yeah, let me know what you think of this stock and of the deal with Supreme, ticker symbol FIRE. And let me know what you're going to be doing. If you own shares of any of these companies, let me know down below in the comments below. And please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. As well, feel free to check out my Discord, my Wealthsimple referral link, which is also down below. You can get $10 towards your next trade and buy stocks such as Canopy Growth Corporation. As well, my private Discord chat room where I go all over my market buys and sells in real time. So I bought Baidu when it was $203, and I bought Schrodinger when it was $68. Right now it's $75, but I actually sold SDGR at $80, and now it went back to $75, and I bought again, which was like a 16% gain. So if you want to profit from this, for my buys and sells, please be sure to message me and we can get you in the private group chat for $5 a month. But yeah, take care, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you later.